Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to stop chasing your specific person and chase yourself instead. You want to put all that attention onto yourself. Before I get started, a warm welcome to everybody. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Julia, I'm a manifestation coach, and if you're looking for support on your journey, if you'd like to be supported by me personally, then check out the links to my online shop in the description box below, and down below you'll also find links to other workshops, meditations, and to my Instagram, where you can find more content that you can use to manifest your desire into reality. Now today I want to talk about a comment that I received. I was asking on Instagram about the challenges that you guys are facing on your manifestation journeys, because I want to talk about something that is really relevant to you. And somebody commented and said, I don't know how to stop chasing my specific person, or I don't really seem to be able to do it. And I think that's something that many of us have been facing on our journeys, or many of you are facing. And I can relate to how that feels. So let's dive deeply into that today. We wanna first look at what is happening when you're chasing someone, why are you doing it, and when you realize why that happens, you're going to be able to start pouring all of that energy into yourself. And guess what's going to happen when you do that? You are, instead of chasing somebody else, you are going to be the one who is chased, who is pursued. But what really needs to happen for that is that you need to start to really pour your energy onto yourself, to focus on yourself. So, when you're chasing a specific person, what is exactly happening? What's happening is that you are identified with your old self, you're identified with your conditioned self, the old self concept, and you are playing out the story that you are in some way, shape, or form not good enough, or not lovable, or for some reason you think that you cannot be with your specific person, so you need to go out and do something to get them. Yeah, so it's coming from the inner experience of not being with them, of not having what you want, and in that case, that is your specific person. You're strongly identified with that reality to the extent that you think it's real. And not only do you think you cannot be with that specific person, but it also feels very bad for you. So you're in an energy of lack. You're in an energy of lack, and it doesn't feel good. And your mind is telling you that your specific person is the solution, and that is the illusion. Yeah, you thinking and buying into the illusion that you need your specific person to feel a certain way, that is an illusion. But currently, if you're watching this video, very likely you're identified with that illusion, you're identified with that self-concept. So, to summarize the problem, so to say, is you are in an experience of lack. You're telling yourself a story that makes you feel lack, and you perceive your specific person to be the solution. You feel fear, you project love onto them. You feel lack, you project abundance onto them, and you think by getting them, by going out there and doing something in the 3D to get them, or even just internally thinking something to get them, you think that that's going to make you feel better. That is the illusion. Now, that does not work, because as long as you project your power onto your specific person, you are bound to fail with the manifestation, because you're not owning your power. You're not owning your power. And what needs to happen in order for you to revert this entire process of chasing your specific person, and you can do that, and you're going to do that, and by the end of the video you're going to know what to do, and you're going to feel it. What needs to happen is you need to start to become very aware of the story that you're telling yourself in your own mind, and you gotta slow down. And instead of taking that action or practicing in an anxious way that is still chasing your specific person, become present to the fact that you're caught up in this illusion. Right now, in this moment, slow down, become aware of the story that you're telling yourself. What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that they are too good for you and you're not good enough? Are you telling yourself that it's gonna take a long time before you can get them, and until then you're going to feel shitty? Are you feeling incomplete? Are you feeling worthless? Do you feel like you don't know what to do with your time? Do you feel bored? Do you feel sad? Do you feel depressed? Become aware of the reality that you're creating currently. And I know that this might be very difficult, because when we're bought into the illusion that our specific person is going to make our lives so much better, then we're doing that because we're suppressing so many emotions that we don't want to feel. But I tell you something, there's so much power in slowing down and being able to face those emotions. And give me 1 second, I need to change the way I'm sitting on my chair, because my leg is just falling asleep and it's really hurting me. Okay, so mission accomplished. So allow yourself to become aware of the sad reality that makes you chase your specific person. You're not doing that because you love them. You're just doing that because you cannot stand where you're at right now. And I know that I am stating something that feels very bad, but don't worry, by the end of this video, you're going to know how to get out of this. And in fact, I recommend you to watch my emotional healing video. I'm gonna link it up here if you want to really know how to process those more painful emotions. But I'm also here if you need my support. You can book your one-on-one support or comment below, and I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. At this point, the channel is not so big, but that's not going to stay like this forever. So put your questions down below. At the moment, I can still answer all the questions. And I need, my leg, like, I was sitting on my leg and it's really hurting. Like, give me 1 second. All right. So, when you have become aware of the reality that you're in, it's really important to start soothing yourself out of that. Realize, and that is how you break free. Realize that your specific person is not the answer. Your specific person is not the solution. You are the solution. The power is right here. And I know that the emotions that you're feeling, and I'm getting passionate about this, but honestly, it's so important. The emotions that you're feeling, I know that they feel shitty, they feel bad. I mean, who wants to feel depressed, lonely, abandoned? You know what? No one wants to feel that way, but that's the problem, your attitude towards your own emotions. That's the problem. Your emotions are not the problem. The problem is how you're treating yourself when you're lonely, how you're treating yourself when you feel lonely, when you feel abandoned, when you feel depressed, when you feel worthless. It's okay to feel that way. Honestly, I know that you don't want to feel it. I didn't want to feel it either when I felt like that, and when these emotions come up for me, when I get triggered, I don't like it. But I chose to show up for myself every single time. I choose to show up for myself continuously, and that's how you get out of that negative state of lack. That's how you build real self-love, and that's how you will stop chasing your specific person once and for all, by facing your emotions head on. Because what is chasing? Like, chasing is like this compulsion to try and to get away from yourself, to try to escape your current reality. A creator is not trying to escape their reality. As a creator, you don't need to do that. You're more powerful than any emotion. You don't need to be afraid of your triggers and your emotions. So I know it's difficult to realize that you have to face it, but face it and sit with it and feel into your body and validate yourself. And in time, you're going to be able to process those emotions. As I said, watch my emotional healing video. That is going to help you for free, and I explain it in so much depth, and it's so helpful. If you need support, don't hesitate to reach out. If you can really start to take responsibility for your emotions, you're no longer going to chase anyone. And you're going to be able to start to be the one who is magnetizing people, who is creating wonderful dynamics, and who's confident and who feels complete. And that's where you want to get at. So I've talked about the more unpleasant part of not chasing your specific person, facing your emotions. But when you're doing that, it's a huge act of self-love, and it's going to lead you to be fully complete. There are so many people out there who want to suppress their emotions, and at some point we all have to face them. And that's how you're really going to build beautiful relationships, is when you're able to own and to take responsibility for what you're feeling and to show up for yourself. And guess what? When you are with another person who's doing the exact same thing, that's when magic happens. That's when beautiful connections happen. That's when healthy connections happen. That's when you can both really have beautiful emotional intimacy, beautiful experiences, healthy love, healthy passion, healthy communication. And that's what you ultimately want. You don't want a quick fix. The quick fix is not empowering you. What's empowering you is to face your emotions and to start really doing the work and really showing up for yourself and processing even painful emotions. The pain is not the problem. The problem is how you relate to your pain. When you stop judging yourself and when you start having compassion, that's when your life is going to transform from the inside out, and you're going to be literally unstoppable. Because when you learn to validate yourself and to take care of yourself no matter what, that's when you are unshakable as the creator of your reality. So as you keep validating yourself, you are pouring energy into yourself. And what do you think that's going to do in your 3D reality? You're right. Instead of you pushing people away, you're going to magnetize people because you're pouring into yourself, and that is going to reflect into your 3D reality as people wanting to pour into you as well. And again, I know that the part where you're facing your emotions can be very, very difficult, but isn't it worth it? It is worth it. Just imagine the moment when you are just going to be connected with yourself, loving yourself, feeling complete, and without even thinking about your specific person, they will not be able to stop pursuing you. They will not be able to stop thinking of you in a beautiful way. They will want to love you. They will want to pour into you. They will want to rise to the occasion for your beautiful soul, for your beautiful self, because you're so genuine, you're so loving, you're coming from this beautiful energy of self-love and of love for other people. And what is more magnetizing than true love? There's nothing more beautiful and more magnetizing than love. And that's where you want to get at. That's where you want to get at. You want to be at the point, and that's really how you stop chasing your specific person, where you are in your own wholeness. When you are anchored in your own wholeness, that's when you can start to affirm for your specific person from a state that is not manipulative, nor needy, nor is going to make you feel hyper-focused on them. It's just going to be that pleasant state of wanting to create a beautiful, loving experience, the state of wanting to share your love. So the secret to stop chasing your specific person is to start healing yourself and start loving yourself and building up that beautiful self-concept, and really, really, really deeply working on feeling your wholeness and feeling happy in your life. And this is really the long-term solution. It doesn't have to take super long when you're consistent. Don't make the same mistakes I did. I was doing that on and off. When I was getting results, I was getting a little comfortable again. But that's the subconscious mind sometimes taking over with the old programming again. And I'm just telling it to you to give you a heads up and to stay consistent as much as you can. Get support if you can afford it. And there's no reason why you wouldn't, because if you cannot afford it right now, manifest the money. There are videos about how to manifest money on my channel. And then get the support if you feel like you don't know how to work through the resistance. I have a step-by-step process on how to stop obsessing over your specific person and start building that beautiful self-loving relationship with yourself. And I can help you heal yourself. I can help you build self-love and even build that amazing magnetizing self-concept that will make you feel so complete and so focused on yourself. And like, really, there's nothing to wait for. There's nothing to wait for. So if you need support, reach out to me. But that being said, because this is no advertisement for my support, I just want you to know that you don't have to do this by yourself. If you feel that it's overwhelming, then you can reach out for help. And if you feel like at the moment that's not what you want to do, there are plenty of videos and content for free on my YouTube channel and from other coaches as well. Like, there's so much content. There's really no reason why you wouldn't stay on track with your process, because you really deserve to reap the fruits, or is that even correct English? To really get the results, to really experience your wish fulfilled. You are deserving of that. So when you keep pouring into yourself, you're gonna be so busy loving yourself, you're gonna forget about your specific person altogether. That's what happens when you really pour into yourself. You're gonna feel so wrapped up in your own self-love and in your own imaginal acts that you feel so much in your wish fulfilled. There's no reason to chase anything or anyone, because why would you? Everything is already here. And you can relate to everybody from that space of love and of magnetic energy, and it's just so beautiful. You deserve this. If you have more questions on this, then feel free to drop them in the description box below or in the comments below. And thanks so much for that question. It was really nice to make this video. I really enjoy talking about pouring into us, pouring into ourselves, pouring into myself, you pouring into yourself. And I'll see you in the next video.